What's up YouTube, Dale here from Zephyr Wargames, and today we're going to ask and answer the question to buy or not to buy the brand new Dark World structure deck. So with all of that out of the way, please smash that like button, hit that notification bell and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more upcoming content. With all of that out of the way, let's dive headfirst into this question of in buying or not to buy the brand new Dark World structure deck. Well, the most recent structure deck that we received before this one was, of course, the Crystal Beast structure deck, and quite unlike this one in an opposite kind of manner, the reprints in the structure deck for the Crystal Beast made it way worth buying for everyone involved, just to get Ash Blossom, Ghost Belt, and of course, Dimension Shifter. With Dark Worlds, it's a little bit different. Now, what I mean by that is there are no standout hand traps or reprints in this deck itself. Skill Drain is probably the most generic and best card that you get as a reprint. So that is kind of not really that drawn to it as a generic play about, because keep in mind as well, Skill Drain is only going to be useful for certain types of decks. However, it is the new cards that shine in this structure deck that make you want to go out and buy it. Now, obviously, we do get the new Dark Graphite Fusion monster, and this card is absolutely insane. So it requires specifically Dark Graphite and then any one Dark monster, so it can be made in generic decks. That being said, when you want to be looking at it, you can look at the branded deck, you can look at the tier element deck, and everything else in between in order to make this card. Now, why is it so good and powerful? Well, it's quite simple. When your opponent activates a normal spell or trap card or a monster effect, you turn its effect into your opponent discards one card. Now, when it refers to your opponent, it means you, the Dark World controller, meaning that all of your Dark World cards and even other cards in your hand that say if this card is sent to the graveyard via your opponent's card effect, get an additional trigger. Now, some of the Dark World cards can let you spin 2 cards back from your opponent's hand. They can let you destroy cards. Heck, it can even trigger some other staple cards that basically say, if this card is sent to the graveyard via your opponent's card effect, burn your opponent for 2,000 life points. Definitely a nice little win con in time. On top of that as well, they do get a brand new Quickplay Fusion, which allows them to fusion during the main phase, using monsters from the field or graveyard, specifically for a Fiend Fusion monster. If you are summoning a Dark World monster with this card, you can discard cards from your hand as well, triggering the Dark World effects. So you can kind of see the synergy and where this deck starts to get its strengths and benefits. So when you're looking into the deck itself, if you are a massive fan of Dark Worlds in the past or you play Dark World Dangers, it's a must buy in my opinion. For me personally, I quite like the Dark World mechanic. I actually like the brand new cards, and I think they're going to be really fun to play around with. However, on a high competitive level, unless you are playing something like Branded or trying to play something like Tier Elements, it's not really a deck you're going to be diving in for just for reprints alone or even the new cards themselves. So it does kind of restrict itself to specific outreaches or audiences for the marketplace. When you take a look at the other cards in the structure deck, it is very good that it's got all of the Dark World reprints alongside Danger Sukanoko and of course Danger, I believe it's Danger Thunderbird, Danger Bigfoot and Danger Mothman. So it's got some really nice reprints in here as well. The other downside is, again, it's specific with the dangers themselves. It's not really giving you anything else that kind of makes it generic in the form of something like an Ash Blossom or Joyous Springs, or of course something a little bit more generic in guys like Ghost Belt or Dimension Shifter. Heck, even something like a Cosmic Cyclone, an MST or Raigeki, evenly matched, anything like that is really missing. So when it comes down to should buy or not to buy this structure deck, it really comes down to what you're looking for. If you're looking to take a step back from the meta or you're trying to give your Branded another bit of an edge, it's definitely worth buying. If you're looking to continue to play in the competitive meta right now, the only reason you'd want to be picking it up would be for the Dark Grepher, and even then I feel that you might be going a little bit out of your way in order to resolve it and use it in a tier element deck. So ultimately it comes down to, if you're a fan of Dark Worlds, if you want to try something new, it is definitely worth picking up. However, if you're not interested in picking up something new and you just want to play it as competitive as possible, then you're probably going to steer away from this and wait until February for Hyper and Overdrive. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video as informative as possible. I wanted to keep it short, sweet, simple and to the point. And I will be bringing you a budget profile to show you what you can do with the deck and a little bit extra with some of the cards that I've said to you guys yesterday. With all of that out of the way, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, as absolutely always, stay safe and of course, happy dueling.